Welcome to Key Tech. Please describe this channel if you are interested in today's video. The development and growth of Apple and Foxconn can be said to be mutual achievements. Apple relies on Foxconn to assemble products, and Foxconn relies on Apple's orders. But what really made them successful was the mainland market, where they had a spark. Mainland China has provided Foxconn with complete supporting facilities and a large number of cheap labor. It has not only provided Apple with convenience in product production, but also provided a huge market. Even so, these two families are still accelerating their relocation and have made up their minds to move out. Although Apple is a global smartphone manufacturer, Cook is very aware of the importance of the mainland to Apple. When he visited Luxshare Precision some time ago, he once again emphasized that 95% of Apple products are produced, manufactured, and assembled in the mainland. Moreover, Cook also publicly stated in previous interviews that China has never targeted Apple and will not do so in the future. Despite this, Cook should still be worried. After all, Apple is still a US company, and the US has implemented multiple rounds of sanctions in recent years, which has caused many difficulties for the Chinese company Huawei. Therefore, Cook is still actively promoting supply chain migration and backup. Under Apple's strong promotion, Apple's three major assembly plants, including Wistron, Foxconn, and Pegatron, responded positively and invested in and built factories in India. Among them, Wistron was the first to build a factory in India, and even sold its mainland factory to Luxshare Precision. Therefore, Wistron was the first to get a taste of the Indian market. The quality of Indian workers was low, and incidents such as fights, vandalism, and factory fires often occurred. In addition, Wistron could only undertake the assembly of low-version iPhones at first, and profits were low. Later, Wistron encountered a dispute over its cooperation with the Indian Tata Group, and finally announced its withdrawal from the Indian market, and was acquired by others. Compared with Wistron, Foxconn built its factory in India later, but it also has a taste of India. However, Foxconn, after all, has a big business and a strong ability to withstand pressure. It transferred the order back to the mainland factory in a timely manner without delaying delivery to Apple. Although Foxconn has suffered a lot from setting up factories in India, it still has no intention of quitting because its financial backer Apple is still insisting on moving abroad. The Wall Street Journal recently stated that Apple plans to continue to expand production capacity in India in the next 2 to 3 years. It is said that Apple plans to manufacture 50 million iPhones in India every year, and plans to produce tens of millions more. If this goal is successfully achieved, India will have a quarter of the world's iPhone production capacity by 2030. To this end, Foxconn is actively expanding investment and building factories in India. This year, it has expanded investment in India twice in a row. Currently, Foxconn is building a large-scale assembly plant in southern India, which is expected to start operation in April next year, and will produce 20 million iPhones annually within the next 2 to 3 years. At the same time, Foxconn is also planning another large-scale factory in India. No wonder there is news that Foxconn plans to transfer about $300 billion of mainland production capacity to India in the next 2 to 3 years. According to people familiar with the matter, Apple has been actively communicating with assembly plants in India recently. Relying on Indian factories such as Foxconn, Pegatron and India's Tata, it plans to introduce new low-price iPhone products into the process to accelerate the production process of products. So far, Apple's iPhone NPI process has only been carried out in mainland China. Nowadays, Apple even wants to import NPI to India, which shows that it is eager to accelerate production capacity in India and wants to further reduce its dependence on mainland China. If Foxconn wants to continue to cling to Apple's thighs, it will naturally actively cooperate with Apple and act as a pioneer in relocation. In this regard, some foreign media directly stated that Apple and Foxconn have made up their minds to move out. This is not alarmist. I believe everyone who works at Foxconn and lives around the factory feels that Foxconn has shifted its focus to India. Today, people working at Foxconn no longer work overtime as before because orders have been diverted to factories in India. Therefore, many of the busy scenes near Foxconn factories have become very depressing. After all, Apple's overall production capacity is limited, and the expanding proportion of Indian production will directly affect the production capacity of mainland factories. Under such circumstances, Foxconn has been investigated by the mainland, which may be regarded as a blow to it and Apple. That's why Cook visited China for the second time this year, specifically to visit the mainland foundry Luxshare Precision to express long-term cooperation. After all, the mainland is still a crucial sales market, and Apple certainly doesn't want to lose it. And even if they transfer production capacity to India, the mainland will still be the world's largest iPhone producer for at least 10 years, and they still can't get rid of it.